Jack, your reflections on a difficult 90 minutes?
I don't necessarily think we deserve to lose, but I don't think we did enough to win the game, if that makes sense. I don't think you can concede soft goals as we're conceding at the moment. It makes it difficult then because you need to score 2 to win. I think at half time, if we hadn't conceded, I'd have been reasonably happy because I thought we dominated the game. I thought we got ourselves in good areas. We lacked that little bit of belief in the final third, which isn't like us. Second half, I thought we lost our way a little bit. You know, I take responsibility in terms of we made changes and we changed the shape a little bit as we pushed and tried to find a way back into the game. Had half chances without creating anything clear cut second half. So disappointed in the result, but it's a reality check for us as a group as well to say, you know, if you're not at our absolute levels every game, then you're not going to give a right to win them.
How disappointing is it to lose the goal as early as you did?
Well, it's very cliched to say it, but it does make the game much more difficult. We prepared in terms of what we expected from Livingston, and they started the game in the manner we knew they would. But you have to defend better than that. I've not watched it back yet, but it's a soft goal we concede. We have to be stronger physically in our own penalty box. At the moment, I think we're a little bit too nice as a team, but we'll rectify that. But as I said, it does make the game much more difficult when you concede as early as that, because it allows teams then to sit and try and pick you off in the counter.
Livingston went very close to making it 2-0 just a few minutes later. How frustrating was that from your end? You've just conceded a goal and almost immediately you were nearly 2-0 down.
I didn't really think too much into that, James, to be honest, because I think over the course of that half we played the majority of the game in their half. So you know, I think we started the game particularly well defensively in terms of coping with their front two, even though we spoke, you know, about what to expect from them. So I think individually some of us can perform better than we did tonight. It's up to me to rectify that as a manager and for them to rectify that as individuals as well. What
positives do you take from the game tonight?
I thought first half we were okay. As I said, I thought we were dominant. The positives for me is that it's a reminder to the players that they have to be at their best to win games in this league. I know this was a cup competition tonight, but this is a team we'll face in the championship 4 times. It's also a reminder to them, and probably a new experience for the new players coming in, that you know, we have to please the crowd here, and if you don't, the crowd can get frustrated, and you have to be a strong enough character to deal with that. You know, I knew that from my time here as a player, and that's not a criticism of the support. It's the way it is at a lot of home grounds, but it is here because there's expectations are high. I felt great there was expectations in terms of what we did last season, but also the way I talk about the team. So I have to be big enough to take that as a manager, but they have to be big enough to take that as a player. So I know that sounds bizarre as a positive, but it should be for them because they now have a clear picture of what they have to do on that pitch to please the support here. Because if they do that and they please them, then we've seen that from last season, then they get behind them.
You go to Firhill on Saturday to face Partick Thistle. How do you approach that one?
Well, in the same manner we would have done regardless of the result tonight. We always try and play the game in a positive manner and try and win the game. So regardless of if we had won the game tonight, we would have approached it in the same way. It becomes even more important for us to win the game, of course, because if we have ambitions to qualify for the group, which we did have at the start of them, we need to win on Saturday. It's a difficult match at a Premiership team away from home, but I believe in go and win, of course I do, but we need to be better than we were tonight. But the players know that it'll be a different game in terms of how the opposition set up and how the opposition play, but that's part of the challenge of football. You have to adapt to that on a weekly basis and try and find a way to win the game.
Harry Davis was at the game tonight, obviously. Some Mirren fans know a lot about him, given his loan spell last season. What's the deal there?
Well, he's up. I've been in regular contact with Harry since he suffered his injury last season. We kept in touch, and I was aware of the potential options he had over the summer. He always knew that I wanted him back here. I always knew that he was keen to do that, but he had to explore other options. You know, financially, we find it very difficult to compete with some of the opportunities in England. However, he very much enjoyed his time here. I think he recognises it's an opportunity for him to progress his career north of the border. Hopefully with us, as I'm selling it to him, to get to the Premiership, if not for him to prove how good a player he is. So we'll meet again tomorrow, but very hopeful that we'll hopefully bring him into the squad. And in terms of his fitness, we hope that he'll be around about kind of end of August. He'll be back fit and available around about that time. So a fantastic addition if he managed to get over the line, because I think he showed in his time here that he's a quality player. And ordinarily, I don't think we would have a chance of getting him. I think obviously the fact that he's had the injury, but also the fact that he enjoyed his time so much here gives us a good chance, hopefully, of getting him here.
In terms of injuries and stuff, obviously Adam Eckersley's still out. What's going on there?
Yeah, Adam suffered an Achilles injury in pre-season, which was disappointing because he came back in really good condition. Had worked really hard over the summer. he, all being well, should begin pre-season, begin training properly on Monday, back with the group. So hopefully he'll be available very soon. I think he's been a miss for us. You know, again tonight, there's no panic stations from us. We need to be a lot better, of course, but you mentioned Adam, we're missing him. We're missing Kel McGuinness, obviously, two players that were very important for us last year. Dale Wilson's been injured as well, who will be a good player for us. So, you know, even in terms of, we were restricted a little bit in what we could do tonight. So, still happy where we're at as a squad. I think I mentioned previously we still need to bolster that a little bit to have that extra bit of quality. But Adam should be available hopefully after the part of the game. We should get back involved.
And just finally, Conor O'Keefe came on as a substitute tonight, also came on against Stranraer. Is he a player you've got high hopes for?
Yeah, I think he has the potential and the ability to follow in the footsteps of Kel McAllister and Kel McGuinness and making that step. I think his ability to do it. He needs to grow in his self-belief. I'm probably a little bit hard on him at times. I get a little bit frustrated because he has to kind of probably improve his game awareness, but the quality he has in attacking areas, I think we showed that even in glimpses tonight. He's unfortunate not to score on a couple of occasions. Just needs that little bit more belief and devilment. McAllister and McGuinness probably had it in different ways. He needs to have that. If he has that, then he will go and kick on again. But yeah, I'm happy to have him around in my squad. He's been really good over pre-season. He should take confidence from the fact that we were happy to throw him on tonight with half an hour to go or 25 minutes to go. That showed that we have trust and faith in him. So hopefully he'll continue to progress.